What is a gatekeeper? What is their purpose? What is inside the gate? Trying to get beyond those gates. The criteria always changes, but what are they protecting? What are they keeping you from? Access, and they have the key. Fuck all that. I'm here now.
The way they talk shit, the way they talk shit. The way they talk shit, the way they talk shit, the way they talk shit.
Whoa.
Nah, man. I'm about
Yeah.
to flex on these motherfuckers.
I got it.
All right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My name's Tyrone, and I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Word up.
Probation.
Yeah, man. Bro. Sponsored
Cheers,
by Mike's
Mike's
Hard
Hard Lemonade.
Lemonade. Cheers.
Where you
Right.
get lemonade hard. Delish.
Delicious.
So how's it going? How's your day today?
The day has been good, man. The day was good because it was a short work day.
Uh-huh.
I was out of there about 11:30.
What?
Yes, son. I got that 11:30. I said deuces.
Why?
Well, because of the fact that these people.
They must sign up again?
No, pretty much.
Okay.
You know, the architects are supposed to give some kind of new drawings for what they're supposed to do next, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
And this whole week so far has been no laborers at the site. No laborers at the site. So today I was just like, listen, I'm going to do a little 1, 2, 3 around here. I'm going to wait till you people come and have your so-called meeting because we're having some kind of meeting today.
Right.
And once they showed up and people got their coffee, I said, because I don't need to be part of this meeting.
Damn.
You know, so the guy who, you know, hired me, he was like, he calls my phone and I didn't respond. So I text back, like, I'm on the train. He's like, where are you headed? I said, I'm going home. He's like, okay, I thought you were going to stay for the meeting. And this is all through text message. And I was like, I didn't think I needed to be at the meeting. And an hour or so later, he texts back, NP, no problem. It got to be no problem because I was already on my way home, dog. You know what I mean?
Damn.
What
does that mean? I wonder what happened.
Because apparently, you know, they've already started doing X, Y, and Z, building whatever, blah, blah, blah. And now they just need the architects to tell them, because apparently some drawings have been changed in what is supposed to go where. And the architects are taking forever, apparently, to give them what the new dimensions are and where this window is going to be and where this doorway is going to be. And
Yeah.
so I'm just like, bah, humbug.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah. What about you, man?
You still got paid anyway, though, right?
Listen, that's all that matters to me.
Okay. Me, nothing, man. Just working, training. I think we're starting our season over again. We have one more show for the sketch team that I direct, and then I think at the end of February,
Okay.
I am teaching a class.
You're the man, son.
We did it, guys.
You're the man.
We did it. I'm co-teaching a class with this genius, brilliant young lady, Lene, and she is like the director, the sketch director of the program, and so we're just doing like a co-teaching thing.
Now, what's the name of the program?
Well, it's a sketch program in the Magnet Theater, and I'm going to be we're going to do a class on how to put on shows. Mike's Hard Lemonade, support us. Uh, how to put on, how to produce shows at the theater.
That's excellent, man. I'm definitely very happy for you and proud of you because I know you're doing your writing thing. I know you and I have definitely been on a journey
Yeah,
as far as what we want to do, and it's cool to see you pursue it, and it's cool to see that you are on your game, my brother.
yeah,
So
I'm
more
trying.
power to you, much success to you. Listen, at the end of the day, and even Denzel Washington said this, you know what I mean? Just don't quit and keep working.
Yeah, that's all I can do is
Keep
just
working.
keep on. I mean, sometimes there'll be a little less work than others. It should be more consistent with my work, but I'm still here. I'm still trying to do stuff. I'm keeping myself in the ether. So
There you go. And I
we'll
think that's the most important part for anybody listening. That's the most important part. It's like even if you are not doing a ton of shit on a daily basis, at least you're doing something. Do something. You know what I mean? Do something that is leading towards where you want to go. You know what I
right,
mean? Just don't be that person that does nothing.
right. Don't just
Do
dream. You gotta.
do something.
You may not have reached your goal right away, right? You may not be going super fast to get there, but little by little, eventually you'll get to where you want to go. Even if you do it little by little, it'll take longer, but everybody's life is different. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's it.
Everybody's life is different.
Hmm.
And don't beat yourself up because you're not where you're supposed to be. And speaking of that,
Dun, 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 dun.
I guess today we decided we're going to talk about letting go of the past, right?
Booyah.
Because if you don't let go of the past, you'll always be stuck in it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. High five.
Yeah, you'll always be stuck in the past. What? How? What? Why do you think people should let go of the past?
Well, I think people should let go of the past because of the fact that like you're saying, it's an anchor, right?
Yeah.
When you're holding on to the past, like I feel like you don't leave your hands. There's no space in your hands for you to embrace the present or the future, right? Because you're
Right.
carrying this load of the past. Like you're stressing out about whatever and you are holding on to negativity, because of something somebody did to you. You're holding on to whatever it is. I mean, you know your life better than I do because it's just like, okay, cool, this thing happened, but are you really going to let that take up so much space in your head and in your heart that you're not able to pursue new things because you're still holding on to this like no, I gotta make somebody pay or I gotta make sure that whatever, like, no, just
Yeah.
release it. You
Or
know what I mean?
even yourself, right? Like
Right.
you've made mistakes.
Right.
Uh, I know I've made mistakes, and
Mm-hmm.
I still I wonder what if I would have done something else or did something different.
Mm.
Where would my life be? But I think doing that is not respecting the good choices you did make,
Right.
and like you're not able to get to where you need to be because you're you're not forgiving yourself of things that that will allow you to move forward.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, and the thing is, it's one of those things where you know when you're not gentle with yourself, you start to do the self-condemning thing, right? It's kind of like that Catholic
Guilt.
guilt thing where you give yourself the lashes
Yeah.
because it's like when you lament,
Yeah.
like you and it's just like it's okay.
They do that in
for
St. Lucia?
some extreme people, when
Yeah.
it comes to religion, like you got
I
some
know in the
people.
Philippines they do that. We don't do that. My mother
Yeah.
used to hit me enough. I didn't need
Well, listen, I got enough ass
that.
whoopings
Yeah.
that I don't need to whoop myself.
I don't need
Okay,
that.
I'm
There were
good.
plenty of people around me who wanted to do it. Yeah.
Man, listen. But yeah, when you're not giving yourself that grace and being gentle with yourself, where you're like, you know what, I acknowledge the fact that I did something I shouldn't have done,
Yeah.
and then just realize, like, let me just chalk that up as an experience and something that I will not repeat, and then
Right.
you keep it moving.
Yeah.
But if it's the constant, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm such a horrible person, then you're not even able to focus on anything else because you're so
Ah,
busy.
you're still living in the
Okay,
past. You're
still
still,
living in the past. You're still holding on to something. Okay, fine. Even if it was terrible, like, if you are willing to change, if you are willing to be like, you know what, I don't want to be this person anymore, and I'm not going to be this person anymore, then give yourself that grace and love yourself enough to say, you
yeah.
know what,
Yeah.
I'm just
Just
going
like
to
you
let
wouldn't
this
want to,
go.
yeah. Just like you wouldn't want to be around somebody you don't like. If you don't like the person that you used to be,
Right.
then, you know, be the person that you want to be, that you feel is right, and forget about that person. That person's dead.
That's it.
That person's dead. You may have to pay maybe repercussions for some of the things that you've done, but like that person's dead, and you don't want to give
Yeah.
that life any more life.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a quote that said, if you're looking back, you know, only look back to see how far you've come. You know what I mean? Don't look back to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did all this shitty stuff and I
Yeah,
did this. No, it's just like, damn, I've really come a far way. You know what I mean? I've come a long way. I've become so different. Maybe you used to abuse drugs. Maybe you were abusive. Maybe you were, sad as hell, and now you realize like you're more happy. Like whatever it is, like let go of what's behind you. Like that's behind you. You know what I mean? If you're
yeah,
looking behind you, I really think you should look behind you to go like, wow, I can't believe I've accomplished so much. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
can't believe I'm so different from how I used to be.
yeah. And I
You
don't
know what
think
I mean?
we yeah, and I don't think we allow ourselves to see, not we, but people that don't let go of the past don't allow themselves to see their evolution,
Right.
because you've evolved. You know, if you're a person that feels bad about the things that they've done and assesses their life and then is like, all right, well, this is, things have been going wrong. I've done things wrong. Let me change who this is. Then you deserve to forgive yourself and like move forward.
Yeah, man.
Move forward. Or, like even wasting time, like, or missing opportunities. Or I'm not even talking about like be like whatever, super negative things, but like just missing opportunities, not staying focused, being a little
Right.
lazy, not paying attention to what you're supposed to be paying attention to. Like, there's always a new beginning. There's always a chance for you to be a different person.
Yes,
If
we
you
do.
choose not to be, that's something different,
Right.
right? But there's always that opportunity for you to be like, you know what? This is bullshit. I don't like this person. I don't. I'm not gonna be this person anymore. And then that can stay in the past.
Yep.
That can stay in the past, and you are
Yep.
this new reborn I mean, I'm not talking about serial killers or whatever, because I mean, if
Right.
you're a serial killer, you can't just go from serial killer
Mm,
to like, oh, I'm gonna bake cookies for the neighborhood, right?
right. Right.
But but most people aren't serial killers.
Right.
Most people make stupid mistakes when they're young. They make bad choices. Maybe they treat people badly. They're not mature or whatever, and they regret being or doing things the way they did them in the past, and they think that they're always paying for their past or something like that.
Right. Yeah. People that do that kind of guilt tripping, like,
Yeah,
the reason why this is happening to me is because, when I was a kid, I punched this other kid in the face and he hit his head,
yeah,
and now he has a scar for the rest of his life. So I'm paying for that. Like that kind of mentality is creating the world that you live in.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are not aware of the fact that whatever it is you put out there verbally, and whatever it is you entertain on a daily basis, really does create the life that you're living. Like if
yo,
you
for
are in
real.
a place where you are okay, you know what? I messed up. I own up to it. I am aware of it, and I really am going to be better and do better. Then whatever happens, even if it's negative, don't connect it to something you did when you were 10 years old, 15 years old. Even something you did a year ago. Like, don't connect it to that. Don't make it that deep. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like shit happens.
You know what I did this morning? I did
What?
some weird, not weird, but like I don't know. So I woke up this morning, and instead of just rushing out the bed, I sat up, and I was like, no, I was still like laying half awake,
Okay.
and I was like, all right, I'm in a different timeline. I'm in a timeline where I'm the best person that I can be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
a great father. I'm a good husband. I'm a great writer. I'm right. So like putting it out there in the universe,
Yeah,
creating
positive affirmations. Yeah.
right. So then I got up. I don't know how, if this fits, but I got up, went to the bathroom. Then I heard my aunt that passed away like 4 or 5 years ago,
Mm.
and she
Mm.
she was calling me like the name that it's in my head, right? But like she was calling me the
Mm-hmm.
name that she used to call me when I was little,
Mm.
and she I didn't get to go to the hospital because she was in Florida. I didn't get to go to the hospital when she died.
Mm.
And I always feel bad about, like, I'm angry about it that I didn't go because my mother was
Mm.
like, "Oh, don't go because there's so many people, blah blah blah." But I had my own relationship with her,
Mm.
so like I had to say bye to her, and I never got
Right.
a
Right.
chance to. I saw her
Mm.
when she was still healthy, but then her cancer got really bad, and then she ended up passing away. So I did see her that year, but she ended up passing away, and I wanted to see her at the end.
Mm.
But then, like, I heard her voice, and then I thought about that stuff again, and then I felt like a weight being lifted off of me.
Mm.
Like, don't worry.
Mm.
Like I still have that in me a little bit, like that. Not a little bit of anger because I know my mother was trying to save. Like she was like, I just want you to remember her when she was healthy, not when she was sick.
Mm.
So, but I still wanted to see her anyway. Long story short, I forgave myself for not going to see her.
Mm.
And I felt like that was another weight off my shoulders too. That was it was another weight off my shoulders.
No, it's deep, and the funny thing is that like that stuff is so real, and people who don't think beyond, I guess, what they've been taught, they will be like, "Yo, you always on some BS about blah blah blah," but they don't realize how deep it is when you're able to do that. Like that is
Yeah,
deep, man. That is very deep, and people don't realize that's where like healing, and that's where empowering yourself comes from. You know what I mean? Being able to say like, wow, like, okay, that did happen. I acknowledge it happened, but you know what? I'm gonna let it go.
yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna let that go. Like I remember when I was 27 years old, I was engaged.
Uh-huh.
I did it over the phone because it was a long distance relationship.
Okay. Sure.
Like yeah.
No,
So
I
I
mean,
was like,
I asked a girl to marry me on the school bus for real.
Okay, there you go. So I was just like, so when she decided to end that relationship, I was angry as hell and like, whatever. And I remember the day that I decided to like forgive this woman, like, yo, literally, man, like, this is no joke. This is no like over exaggerating. This is not me being emotional or anything. When I really was just like, you know what? I forgive this woman. I started crying and like, it was almost like I had like a backpack on with a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
shit in it.
Yeah.
And I finally just took it off and put it on my bed.
Right.
Like it was like, holy shit!
Yeah, that shit is heavy.
Like my heart,
Yeah,
my
that shit is heavy.
spirit, my soul just felt like,
Yeah, yeah,
I was just like, wow, man. Like, and I really just with tears in my eyes, I really was just like, wow, I feel so much better. You know what I mean? And it's because of the fact that I decided to forgive this woman for breaking up with me and breaking my heart and all that kind of stuff. But it was just
hmm
like, it really was a letting go, you know? So,
yeah,
in order for you to progress in life, in order for you to be able to create a future for yourself and just have a healthy, happy life, you have got to let go of anything that you're beating yourself up about, and you have to let go of any unforgiveness you have against whoever or whatever.
or even yourself.
Well, what yourself,
Yeah,
especially if it's yourself.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I think we are the person we forgive the least is ourselves. I think
yeah.
because we take on so much. Like man. It's like it's okay. You know what I mean? Like the hurt is done. Whatever it is you did has happened. Now forgive yourself and keep it moving. And if the person that you hurt or whatever it is decides not to, you know, let you back in their lives, it's okay. Keep it
Right,
moving. Forgive yourself. Have a better life.
right.
Call it a day.
And do counter if it's something if you did something bad, counterbalance it. Like
Yes.
try to be extra good. Like do the right thing more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't ask the person for forgiveness, if you can't go and talk to them or whatever, then put the goodness out in the world.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. I'm with that 100%.
And speaking of which, of goodness, we're gonna look into the what of the week, and we're talking about goodness, but sometimes it's good to be bad,
Okay.
right? So it's
Like bad to the bone.
like who's bad?
Okay.
Like
I I, I want to see what you got for us this week, my brother.
Michael Jackson
Michael Jackson.
came back from the dead and whooped some ass
Oh. Uh
of a drunk dude in Las
oh.
Vegas. So a Michael Jackson impersonator got in a fight with a drunk dude in Las Vegas. But
And
what
Michael
happens in
wasn't
Vegas
happy.
is we stand right. So he did. It was on Fremont Street. So the MJ wannabe and gentleman who had seen the Karate Kid too many times. He didn't watch it enough. Let's watch to see what happened on Fremont Street.
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh,
Michael Jackson with the jujitsu said, "Suck my balls." He said, "Suck my balls." How do they taste? Oh, he's pulling his hair. He's pulling his hair. You hear the people in the background. Who's bad? Whoa. What? That's when you drink. Those are those free drinks from those are those free Las Vegas drinks. Get your ass beat. It really does get
man,
your
he
ass
really
beat.
thought he could mess with Mike. Mike don't play that,
He
bro.
didn't have the footwork. He didn't have the skill.
Mike don't play that. Like,
Mike Jack, he don't fuck
what?
around.
Know what I mean? Like,
And that was the what of the week. He got his ass beat for real.
damn, he really caught his ass whooped, man.
For real.
He really caught that shit. Wow,
Oh, that's so funny.
that's hilarious.
Okay, that was a good way to end it. So thank you for listening. Oh, you working on anything? You want people to go look at anything?
I mean, listen, just check out my IG pages, man, and
Yeah.
I do TikTok as well. So check out my TikTok. Is, if I'm not mistaken, is my real name Marlon Vidal. Or if it's not Marlon Vidal, it's Mabavi, Mabarvi. So yeah, and that's it for now, really, until it probably gets warmer. And here in New York, we're supposed to be getting some blizzard on Friday
Woo!
or
You're about to get
Saturday.
hit with some shit.
Ooh, I don't look forward to it.
No,
But
it's Mabarvi Vidal.
okay, Mabavi Vidal. Okay,
Yeah.
you about to say Maybar, Maybarvi?
Mabarvi Vidal.
Well, what are you, some southern white woman? Yes, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate
Mabarvi.
it.
Mabarvi.
Maybarvi?
There it
Is
goes.
that how you say it?
But
Thanks, I appreciate it. What are you working on? Talk to me. I mean, you
oh
mentioned it
man,
earlier
nothing. I mean,
before.
I'm coaching. I got a class coming up. My training's almost over at my job, so we'll see if they want to keep me.
That's a lot of training. You've been training but this is a
It was
new
3
job.
months. It was like
Damn.
a probationary
The
period.
probationary, got
Yeah,
it.
to see if I liked it or whatever. And then, I mean, I like it. It's cool. It's some skills that I could use somewhere else if I stop working there.
Well, you go.
Yeah, I just I'm hoping the best for everybody and myself.
Nice.
So I just need to. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully, 2022 will be better for everybody.
I agree 100%. Everybody put that out there. Like,
Yeah.
let's make 2020. I mean, let's make 2022 better for all of us.
Yeah.
Spread the love, man. Spread love the Brooklyn way, the Bronx way, the Newark way.
Yeah.
Spread love, people, because there's so many hurting people out there. I feel my heart goes out to Regina King for losing her son.
Right. Damn, that shit is.
That is
And you
hardcore,
never know what's happening with people. You never know. That's why you check. You should be
man.
checking up on people.
You
And
got to check up on your friends, check up on your family, because
yeah,
this right here, when you start entertaining negativity and delusions right here,
yeah,
because I could only imagine what was going on in his head that made
yeah.
him think it was okay to
For
take his
me, I
life.
always think that like when people commit suicide, they're a lot of them are going through like a manic episode, like momentary insanity,
And it
right?
is.
Because
It has to be.
I usually hear people are like, oh, they were fine. I just saw them. They were doing okay. They were this,
Right.
they were that,
Right.
and then they end up dying.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I know a couple personally where they lost their son, who was like 20 something years old as well. He was in the army. Um, people were saying how he was like always trying to make other people laugh, and he was always
Right.
so entertaining,
Right.
and he committed suicide. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's just like, it's that temporary. You don't, like, this is your only option. Like, you see that as your only
Right.
option, because
Right.
whatever it is that you have here is like so much bigger than any other option you could have. So you're
Right.
like, you know what? I'm done.
That's it. Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so my
And
heart, yeah, go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, my heart goes out to Regina King
Yeah.
and any mother or father out there that has lost a child, whether it was suicide or an accident or some tragic,
Right.
situation. My heart goes out to anybody that has lost a loved one. And, please love on people, man, and check on your family and friends
Yeah.
because you just never know.
What a roller coaster of emotions. Um, and and to end, we always like ending with a quote. And the quote today comes from Deepak Chopra. Got a lot of books.
Okay.
He's got
Okay.
a podcast, I think, too. And he was married to Padma, or that was his girl or something. You know
Yeah.
who Padma Lakshmi is?
Yeah.
Damn, she look good.
Mm.
Yeah. So the quote is, in the process of letting go, you will lose many things from the past, but you will find yourself.
Boom. And that's it right there.
Yeah. Thank you for,
You know what I mean?
joining us with Talking Shit with Marlon
Marlon.
and Greg. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m.
Yes, indeed.
30 minutes of sweet roller coaster of emotions and some fun times. So thank you for joining us. You're special. Damn, I still
Yeah.
that's Marlon.
And that's Greg.
Yeah, and as always,
Please tell them. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know. There you go. That's right. There you
wash
go.
your ass.
Boom.
Night
That's all we
night.
want.
Peace.
Bye-bye.